Now the rest of configuration goes as follows. I want to go to router 1 and you can see that BGP session between switch 2 and router 3 is created here. Let me save the configuration here, and on router 3 I need to save the configuration as well. Let's go to router 1. Router 1 is in AS1, so I configure terminal, go to router BGP1, create a neighborship with 10.0.16.6, that is in remote AS 36, and I need to have a neighborship between router 1 and router 2 because router 2 is in AS25 and is neighbor with me. So I need to go here in neighbor 10.0.12.2 is the next neighbor that is in remote AS25. You can see that I have neighborship created with switch 2 here. So here I save the configuration. Let's go to router 2. Here I have router BGP process number 25, and I have neighborship with 10.0.12.1 that is in remote AS1. I hit enter, and I have neighborship with 10.0.25.5 that is in remote AS25, the same as my remote AS. So it makes us an internal BGP neighbor. So I save the configuration here. Let's go to switch 1 and finish the configuration. Router BGP 25 and create a neighborship with 10.0.25.5. Remote AS is going to be 25. So I have this neighborship, and it tells me that this is my own IP address. I have mistakenly specified my own IP address and cannot be neighbor with itself. So this is going to be true actually. So I have configured this, and after a while I should see the session starting between switch 1 and router 2. That's it. It has started. Now I have configured every router for its BGP session. Save it to GNS3 so that I can make sure that everything is in place. Now that I have this, I need to check some verification commands on one of these or all of this. For example, I go to router 1, and the first command is this: show IP BGP. And this is very important because it tells me what is in BGP database. Actually, it has a BGP database, and now you can see that there is nothing in that because I haven't selected redistribute command or network command to inject some routes into this BGP table. So you can think of BGP table as its internal database. The next thing is to check the BGP neighbors, and for this you're not doing this with show IP BGP neighbor. You actually go and check show IP BGP summary command, and the IP BGP summary command shows us the table's version, the local AS, and after that it will tell me that I am neighbor with the, for example, 10.0.12.2 that is using version 4 of BGP, and it is in AS25. I have sent and received 6 messages. Table versions are 1, and the important part is here. You can see that state and prefix is showing a number, and it's not showing anything like idle or never or something like this. If you see anything other than number, this means that your session is not created properly. So there is a problem between these two that cannot agree to create a neighborship. For example, they cannot resolve each other's IP address. They have not reachability or issues such as this. That we are going to talk about this in troubleshooting BGP connections. So you should see numbers, and this number is 0 because I haven't again injected any route into BGP table, so they are not advertising or receiving any IP address. So in BGP context, the IP addresses that are advertised are called NLRI, or network level reachability uh, information, or something like this. That's it, NLRI. I'm used to these sort of acronyms. I'm not, a man of a great mind. I do not recall such things. Okay. The next neighbor is 10.0.16.6, and you can see that the neighborship is created properly. You can see a number instead of something like idle or never created, or something such as this. So you can see that I selected the neighboring IP addresses for creating the neighborship. This is not necessary. I can create a neighborship between router 1 and backbone 1 as well, but I need to make sure that the IP addresses that I'm using are reachable between these two routers. And of course I need to make sure that there are several hops in between me and backbone 1, and I'm considering these hops, and I'm assigning the eBGP multi-hop command to make sure that my commands are reaching to backbone 1. And of course, for security reasons, I need to be specific in specifying that number. So if I want to have neighborship between router 1 and backbone 1, it is okay. It can be done. But the IP addresses that I'm using should be reachable between these two. So let's go to backbone 1 first and check the IP routing table using show IP route. And I can make sure that I have some routes. For example, I have 110.110, and on router 1, if I check show IP route, I can see that I have 34.34.34. So if I go to configure terminal and start router BGP1, and if I mistakenly assign another number, for example 12, you can see that it tells me there is only one BGP process running on this router, and it is one. You cannot assign anything else. So it is not a big deal if you specify wrong number, opposite to what you have seen in EIGRP or OSPF or something else. Okay, now I need to assign neighbor 34, 34, 34 to 54, and remote AS is 4. You should make sure that the remote AS is specified correctly, and because eBGP defaults to eBGP multi-hop 1, I need to change this behavior. So I go and select eBGP multi-hop, and I'm not going to specify a number right now because this is not a matter of security in my network. So I go to backbone 1, configure terminal, select router BGP4, and I can assign any IP addresses, for example 10.0.12 or 10.0.16, one of them, or even the loopback interface that is there. Doesn't matter. So I use neighbor 10.0, for example 16.1, and the remote AS is 1, and I need to make sure that eBGP multi-hop is there. So I hit enter, and after a while I should see that router 1 and backbone 1 are neighbors. And that's it. They are neighbor. Now if I end this R1 and save the configuration, and again I want to have some verification commands. So IP BGP summary is the first thing that I check, and you can see that we are neighbors. You can see that the state prefix received is showing a number that tells me I am in complete synchronization with backbone 1. So in next section I want to continue configuration and show you something more.